I've spent the past few months building up my Minecraft mega base. We've even been tackling interiors like this massive storage hall we built last episode. Today though, we turn our attention to another problem, the Nether portal. Even though we have this fancy door to get inside, plenty of people come to our base through the Nether, and they're greeted with this. So today, we transform our Nether portal into a massive sword lodged deep into the island by an ancient giant. Yeah, that's right guys, today we are going to be building a giant like Nether portal sword. It's going to look really cool. It's going to be way up there. There's going to be like a giant like cave and everything too, and it's going to connect up to our bridge we built a couple episodes ago with the iron farm, and yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be really, really awesome. And I think we have just about everything we need through all these chests because, well, I built the storage room. We haven't organized it yet, so everything's still over here, but I think if I rummage through, we could find just about everything we need. I don't know. I think we pretty much have it all. Probably going to be a few things I need to go and get, though, so we'll see about that. So I mentioned we have almost all the materials. We do need a couple things like ice, for instance. But when I was going over here to buy this, I happened to notice that our shop is like quarantined off. You know, I thought it could be cool to check the profits and stuff, but it looks like somebody blocked this off. I don't know who could have done this. I mean, unless our competitors are trying to block off our shop. Well, let's go ahead and take this down, and we'll see about getting back at them. Yeah, we had the wood shop and the bone shop and the glow lichen shop well before our competition did, but let's see, did we make any profits? Ooh, let's go. Okay. Whoa, you guys, we're rich. Okay, that is going to be huge. We're probably going to spend that all on ice, like right now. Oh no, looks like our direct competitors for everything we sell had a creeper outbreak. Oh gosh, well that's just terrible. Thank goodness somebody was there to caution that off and put up that sign. So I guess everybody's just going to have to shop at our shop. Okay, and now that we have all of the materials officially gathered up, let's go ahead and get started on this portal. And the sword is done. Here it is. I am pretty happy with how this turned out. Let me go down here and tell you what, let's just go into free cam real quick. Get a better look at that. Yeah, you guys. Ooh, that looks so good. I am really happy with how this turned out. We had actually designed this. I'll give you a closer look, but we designed this on stream. So, you know, be sure to check out the live streams. I try to do, well, I've been doing the past few weeks, so doing like every week, but you know, just trying to get in a more consistent rhythm. No like set schedule yet, but yeah, they're a lot of fun. And basically we have this, you know, like obsidian outline. You know, it's supposed to be the portal, hence the purple glass. And then we have these kind of like curves for the handles, right? It's supposed to be very fancy, this very like ornate sword. And maybe we can go in and make it a little more ruined, like add some moss and stuff built up around it more. But you know, it's supposed to be not the main focal point, right? We have the towers, but it kind of offsets the towers a little bit and just gives us that little pop of color. Now, as for some of the detailing, we have some gems, so it's kind of hard to tell with all the grass and stuff here, but we do have a little emerald in here. And then I use shelf blocks along with some amethyst and gold blocks. It's pretty expensive, but it's supposed to be like there are gems like embezzled into it, or embedded. I guess embezzled is probably the wrong word. Oops. But yeah, this sword looks pretty awesome. And then this little section here, it doesn't look fantastic up close, but then you look at it like with the wind blowing, and this is actually supposed to be how some like katanas, or I guess like samurai swords, would have a like piece of cloth tied around the handle or the hilt there. So you can see that kind of represented with the red mangrove, and then almost like it's blowing in the wind behind it. So this was somebody came up with this in our stream. I believe it was Andy. So shout out Andy. That was a great idea. And yeah, it looks so cool. I think that adds a lot, and I think the sword itself just looks, I mean, I keep saying cool, but it really does add a lot here. But that is not where the sword's journey ends, because down here we need to add the entrance to the actual nether portal room, because as cool as that looks, that's just aesthetic, right? That doesn't do anything for us. We still don't have a functional nether portal here. So that's where this space behind me comes into play. So in here, we are going to have a massive cave where the sword is piercing through the rock, right? So we mentioned there's an ancient giant long ago had lodged this into our magical island, and maybe that's even where some of the magical properties come from. Who knows? We can work out the lore. But basically, this cave is going to house the nether portal, and it's going to kind of connect us up to the rest of the base, which is, you know, way down there, down farther. So we're going to have to connect that up. But for today, we're at least going to add in the cave for the sword itself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and build that cave. So the portal and cave and hallway and all that good stuff is officially done. We actually went ahead and did that on stream. We also discovered on stream that, oh my god, is this iron farm crazy? This is like really filling up fast. So we might need to go ahead and come up with a better solution for storage for that, like sooner than later. But we came up with some ideas. But first, let's talk about, you know, the thing that the video is about. So before, this was just a big floating, you know, nothingness. Now we have this lovely entrance into the cave, and I think that I really wanted this area to feel grand but different, because this hallway, right, is very similar to what we have downstairs and throughout the rest of the base, but I felt like it was getting too static. So why not have, you know, it's a magical island. Sure, there's bound to be some caves or something on the island, right? Some overgrown areas like this, and I just The glowberries light it up so perfectly, you guys. It looks fantastic, I think at least. And of course, behind me here, we have the portal. So you can see that we're kind of continuing a lot of the pale oak adornments, or what I call it, embezzlements, I think. Last clip, gosh, that's embarrassing. But you know, still some of the gemstones, and it's like the sword is, you know, kind of been eroded away at over time, but obviously this is a portal, so we're gonna light it here in a few. But I wanted to talk about a couple things first. So the cave itself, very cool, lots of hanging stuff, really cool texturing. Couldn't quite do what I wanted to on this wall because, well, this is the outside wall, so if I got really crazy with the texturing and it was really noisy, you know, it won't look as good as the outside, and I just wasn't really willing to sacrifice that for this. I think this is definitely passable. So yeah, lots of foliage in here. I wanted to add in mushrooms. I even put a little dried ghast in here. So mushrooms, dead bushes, all kinds of stuff. And I think the cool thing is too, like behind this is very much usable space. So like if we wanted to put like a farm or something back here, or like another hallway, we could even have like one of these buttons could trigger a piston door. Wouldn't that be crazy if I actually had that there already? Like I just pranked you guys and there was everything back here, but no, not the case. But we could have like a little piston door, and you know, it leads us to like an XP farm or something like that. Might be really cool. One thing I like too from looking from outside, as you probably saw in the time lapse, instead of doing like the regular frog lights back here, I have ice behind this one. And I think it looks like, I was talking to Stream about it, which shout out to the folks who hang out on Stream. I try to stream, you know, every other week or so, we'll say. I don't have a set schedule yet, but you know, I usually stream here on YouTube and might even try Twitch soon. So yeah, shameless plug. Check me out if you're enjoying the stuff so far. But I was talking with chat about how I like how this is like, it's very muted. Like you can see the colors, the pastels, but they're not as vibrant. So it's almost like, you know, the sun is overhead, it's beating down, and it's kind of hard to see. You're like you're squinting and stuff, and then you come in and it's like, whoa. Big grand reveal, and it looks really cool with the portal. And you know, even in here we have lots of like little details, lots of foliage, and in here we have a lot of the same as our hallways downstairs. So this kind of like glassy pattern with the frog lights, but you can see it's like overgrown. Like I wanted the tree, because you know, I mean, for those of you guys that don't know, the tree, this is the tree. We have this massive tree here, and its roots very much dig into the mountain. So I wanted to continue that inside, especially so close to the outside. Like we don't have that so much in the storage hall, but up here, like, yeah, you can see, oh my gosh, the tree's roots are everywhere, like encapsulating this cave, and there's a lot of like little hanging roots and stuff too. So it makes sense that a lot of this is getting broken up, but these areas are more fine. This section is just something a little different, a little more unique, incorporating some of that copper that I love so much, and honeycomb kind of tying us into the storage hall. And then a lot of the same here. And then this is, I have nothing planned for this right now, but I think it could be cool to have like a bedroom or something. Also, oh my gosh, you can see outside there. I'll fix that in a second. But this is going to be eventually an elevator that takes you down, and so is this right here. This is going to be an elevator, and I think maybe next episode I want to do one where we add in a bunch of like redstone and like elevators that kind of connect everything up. So yeah, we're gonna have some really cool mechanics to get us from point A to point B, because I mean, right now you have to fly up here and land here, or you can fly from like one of the areas down there, but we're trying to get away from, you know, living down here. You're right, we want to start doing our living in the massive storage hall and the things that we're building. So that's why we're, you know, so focused on these interior areas currently. Now, right now, our portal is down here. And our other portal is, how does it look? Can we even see it? Yeah, right there. So they're, I mean, a fair bit off, but I'm hoping because this is like, you know, it's really just the Y that's changing. So maybe we can go ahead and get away with linking them up easily, but check it out. Right now, this is our portal area. So we have, you know, Mario's base. We have like a little portal there. We have this like goofy little dirt structure. It's kind of all over the place, but we do have plans for another hub this season, and actually some of the lovely members, Ash and Tink, built that up before. So we have like some semblance of a structure in the Nether. But I don't want to do anything with the sword today, just because if we go back here, we don't have like a sword, pointing through the ground, and we'll never see it from this angle, so that's okay. Everything looks bad at this angle. But I do eventually, when we build the Nether portal, if it fits with the plans for the hub, I would like the sword, like the pointy part of the sword, to be poking down into the Nether, so you can see it's like in the hub, our sword, like the blade, because this is the, I guess this would still be part of the blade, but like the pointy end of the blade that you would do like piercing damage with, that's probably more like a V like that, is going to be in the Nether. So yeah, I guess the idea here, right, is that this is still the same sword, and maybe we could, mossify it and stuff a little bit more, but it is very dilapidated and stuff, right? It has been lodged into the coral island, the giant magical reef, by an ancient giant or something of that sort. So, I mean, you got to be pretty big to wield that. Luckily, that's staying put. That's firmly in the rock, so we're safe to use it as a portal and all. But the inside here, it's definitely seen better days. So, and who knows, maybe I'm not great with organics, but I have some really cool ideas. I think it would be really cool to eventually have like some like skeleton bones or like skeletal remains of maybe like the creature that put this sword here. So could be really cool, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna go back down and break the portal, and then we're gonna break this one down somewhere down there, and we're gonna light this one, and we're gonna pray that they link up. All right, you guys, here we go. Moment of truth. Portal is lit. I'll take a step back so we can see just how cool it looks. So like if you come up the elevator here, oh, screenshot. Yeah, that looks really cool. That'll probably be part of the thumbnail at least. But let's see, where is this going to take us? I'm actually terrified. Is it going to be close? Is it going to be nearby? Oh, no freaking way. Wait, stop. No way. I really didn't think that would link. Oh my gosh, you guys. That works phenomenally. Okay, wait, let's go back before I get too excited. Do you go to the same place? Yes. Oh, our back is turned when we open the portal, but yeah. So we'll come out of the portal like this, and if you need to go to this island, you can. If you need to go, to the elevator that way or the elevator here, you can. And yeah, oh, that just turns out so perfect. Wow. And now it's time for the comment of the day. This one comes from Alex Cell Machine. And Alex says, "Your maximalist style is really growing on me, and the number of things you get done in a video compared to a larger channel where they'll make a room and call it a day is awesome." Thanks, Alex. I really appreciate that. I'm glad to hear that you're enjoying the style. Honestly, yeah, this like maximalist, very, detail heavy kind of style, as, we saw today with our latest editions, is something I never have really done before, but I'm enjoying it a lot. It's been kind of awesome. So yeah, I'm loving it as well. And to your comment about, making a lot of progress, who knows if that'll continue. I've had some videos recently where I get a little carried away with things. So don't expect everything to be, super duper crazy. But yeah, I have really enjoyed some of these bigger projects, and I'm sure there'll be some smaller ones mixed in too, but I hope you guys do enjoy those as well. And Alex, there's a little more to your comment, but I couldn't quite fit it in the book, but I really appreciate it and all the kind words and advice you had for me. So thank you so much. Before we wrap up here for the day, I want to use our portal, and I want to go ahead to the shopping district and check out our little dragon egg petition. So for those of you guys that don't know, a few episodes ago, we made this little petition here as to why we deserve the dragon egg. So let's see if we got any signups. And okay, Etho. Thank you, Etho, for rallying to our cause. Let's see what else. Tink says, until we have a permanent home, why not? I would argue that this is a permanent home, Tink, but yeah, thank you for your support. And Miney says no. And Miney says yes. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Miney. Your support means a lot to me. Let's see. Anybody on the back side here? Not yet, but that's okay. So we have the support of a couple of server members, but not everybody has rallied to our cause yet. Now, I'll be honest, that scares me a little bit because I know that a couple of people are starting to come up with their own plans for the dragon egg. So, yeah, maybe we're gonna have to act on this sooner than later. But I think for now, you guys, we're gonna have to call it there. We're gonna have to save that for another day, and maybe a less rainy one. But in all seriousness, this was a really fun episode, a little impromptu, but we made so much progress, and it was really fun hanging out with you guys on stream. So if you want to see more streams and things like that, maybe even over on Twitch as well as YouTube, please let me know down in the comments. But with all that being said, I just want to say thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you soon.